Hi, it's Charlie giving you Friday's live trading. I hope you're very well. And we are at 7:45. Just having a look at the pound dollar here this morning. Obviously, it's had a little run down. Um, there's a story of two halves here with the pound in that, yeah, it's had a little run down on the 5 minute chart, but it's one of those that it could want to do something entirely different. Is only early at the moment, and it could want to do it to turn around. But anyway, we're going to have a look at this, and so we'll come back to it in a few minutes. Okay, just back. So I'm looking to short this cable. It's into its upper bands at the moment, but just a little bit above is the 8 a.m. pivot. So I'm going to put 2 units in there this morning. So half position size. Because I don't entirely trust this one this morning. There's some other factors which could suggest on the higher time frames which could suggest this could bounce more, but you don't know. So I'll just see if it's worthwhile. Let me if it's sorry, I say if it's worthwhile, but see how it gets on. Targets are okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look at something off screen. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we'll just see. Oh yeah, I'm still recording at the moment, aren't I? Whilst I'm waiting for this to hit. So I thought it might hit in the next short while, but looks like I might have to press pause while we're waiting. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're about there. Let me have a look. Nearly there. No, not quite. It's not quite hit on the charts yet, so I need to see this thing hit, and then I'll put the 2 units in. So I'm trading this at just 2 units here this morning. And now I've just pressed record again. You know what's going on. The market knows. All of a sudden, he's pressed record. Let's stop. Let's make him have to press pause again. And yeah, looks like that's what I'm going to have to do. So I'll press pause. Okay, maybe this time. It's nearly there. It's nearly there. On the pivot. Nearly, nearly, nearly. So I might as well. Normally I would just take the bands themselves. So price move in. There it goes. It's just hit. It's just hit. I've put 1 unit in. It basically hit it and then has come off. I've just got 1 unit in. I really wanted to get that price level, but maybe I should be not too concerned about it. But so I've got 1 unit short so far. I need to get 2 units in. Okay, looks like okay. I'm going to have to put the second unit in after all that. Right. Okay. So 2 units short on the pound dollar there. I'm just going to get my stops in off screen, and then so I'm just going to put about a 10 pip stop in, so 125. So effectively a 125.80 is my stop, which means for some of you, you're looking at probably about 81 or so. Okay, so it's there. This is going to be one of those trades which is going to be over very, very quickly if it wants to, because if it wants to, this could be the beginnings of like a V-shaped revert bottom. So if it is, then it will come up to my stop up here very, very quickly. But it's hit the mid morning pivot, and so it's overshot the bands. It's did an extreme down here, down at the lows, and so that was the reasons for the trade. We've got momentum to the downside. We've got a trend line on the daily charts. This is what I was looking at here. I'm just going to draw it on manually, but it's sort of crossing along there. So I'd like to see price come down for that trend line as well. So and that's the probably the ultimate target there. So 2 units are short at the moment on the pound. We'll see if it comes down to these lows. What I'd normally do when we come down to the extreme low, then normally take half off when we get down there, but I'll have to decide on that. I don't think I even really want to do that today. If we go out to the hourly charts, then we've got these prior lows over here. I'd be more tempted to take something off at those prior lows than just what's there on the 5 minute chart. So we shall see how this is going to get on. I'll press pause for now. Okay, just back, and I have just been stopped out on cable. I'll show you in a second the account. So I just thought I'd bring up this chart. This is one of the charts I was looking at off screen, whereby our RSI indicator had got really low, and that's what we call an extreme. I won't go into the details of that, but so normally when you get that, it's good odds that once you get bounced, then it will come back down to at least retest that low. Excuse me. Obviously that didn't happen today, so it got up to the pivot. This is the 8 a.m. pivot here, so that's where I shorted it, and then I just put that 10 pip stop. Is it possible that I've put a 10 pip stop on and this thing still rolls over? Well, of course it's still possible, but I elected to do that. If I bring up you'll be able to see, this is the hourly chart. If I bring up the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour chart still says that it could want to go higher, and that's why I just kept it all tight there this morning. So anyway, so I'll take those charts down, and let's have a look here. Now, I'm not, as so often is the case, I'm in a multitude of trades today, so I can't show you all the accounts, but what I can do is take a screenshot of the cable trade. So, all right, blimey. There it is. So this is the pound here, short at 69.68, got short, stopped out at effectively 79.9, and so I have taken a 170 loss there on those two trades. But hopefully we'll get another trade at some point here this morning. So I'll carry on watching these markets and get another trade. It could well be that I'm still stalking cable. If cable starts to come off, I could go in, then pop a stop at the high if it does look like I've just been nicked. So I'll have a look at that as well. So I shall press pause for the time being, and we'll see if we can find something else. Okay, it's now, I've just turned the video back on. It's now 5 to 10. And the euro's really done nothing all day. The pound had a good reversal, actually, a very good reversal all the way through. It stopped me out and then has carried on up to its daily pivot and a little bit beyond that even. So couldn't quite justify getting in on that one though. But the euro's starting to turn a little bit, or turn up maybe a little bit. The euro has a bit of spare, a clear air above, admittedly, but at the same time, I'm a little bit reluctant of getting on the long side when it's everything else. The prior day from yesterday is all negative, so I'm not really too fussed about doing anything with that. So it looks like I'm just going to be watching this for the time being. Could well be that I'm looking for something later today, later this afternoon at this rate, because sometimes once the markets have had their morning moves, then that's sort of done, and then we've got to wait until lunchtime or so. There's no major news out this afternoon, but I am around a bit today, so I don't have to stop the recording and get the recording out early or anything like that. So we'll see if I can find anything else out later. So I'll press pause for now.